What is up, everyone? And to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. But with that being said, thank you so much for checking out my review of the latest horror film, Clown in the Cornfield. Uh, I did not know anything about this movie going into it. I literally just got out of the theater, me and my mom. We went out of town to spend Mother's Day together, and we just happened to look up what was playing, and I knew I had heard of Clown in the Cornfield. I've not seen any trailers on it or nothing like that. I didn't know what to expect. And me and my mom are both horror fans. She's the one that got me into the horror genre. And I was like, hey, if you want to go, we can go. So she watched the trailer before we went in, and she was talking about how it looked creepy and stuff. But before I get actually into my review, I just want to let everybody know this is going to be spoiler free. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. And just remember, these are my opinions on this film. So it isn't the right opinion, it's just my opinion. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. First thing I got to say is this movie felt very, very low budget. And I am not against low budget films. I've made a few low budget films myself. And I can 100% honestly say that the indie films is what keeps, especially the horror genre, alive. But going into this movie, I really felt like this should have premiered on Shudder or even on YouTube. How it made it to the theater, I don't know. But I will say that I was expecting a lot more than what we got. The first time it actually shows the outfit of the clown itself, the first thing I thought of was they went to Spirit's Halloween, bloodied it up, and that's what we got. I mean, literally, the clown in the film looks like a cosplay from Spirit's Halloween. So that right there ruined it for me. The writing, I did not care for the writing. I didn't care for the dialogue. And my biggest thing is this movie didn't bring anything new. I mean, it's 2025, and there's so much of the same stuff being filmed and written over and over. And I was really expecting and hoping that this film was going to be something completely new, and it wasn't. And I hate having to say that because I know they worked hard on this film. I'm sure they did. But overall, the entire time we're watching it, me and my mom we knew what was going on. We knew who this person was. We knew what was going to happen to this. I mean, it was just, we could call it. And it just takes you out of the moment. And I really try not to go into a movie doing that. It's not like when you go watch Scream, you always want to start thinking who the killer is and stuff like that. But when you're going into a movie you have, nothing about, and you can literally pick what's going to happen to this person, what's going to happen here. It just wasn't set up very well. And we were going to go watch Final Destination Bloodlines, and I wish we would have went ahead and did that. But if I can say anything good about the film, I will say that the main actress, I think she played Quinn, she did a good job. Her acting skills was good, and her dad, the dynamic between both of them was very good. They played off each other very well. But the story is just strictly, it's been played to death where a single dad and a daughter move to a new town. She's got to make new friends. He's trying to balance being a father and being a doctor is what he is in this movie. And she gets into the wrong crowd, and there's a history of the town. And I mean, it's just the same stuff where it's dealing with, well, mom's not around no more. My wife's not around no more. And I don't know. That just, like I said, it really didn't bring anything new to the genre at all. Another thing that if you've watched my videos, I'm not a fan of. So if it doesn't bother you, that's your opinion. That's cool. But I can't stand when they just constantly throw out F, 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 F. That's all I heard through this film. And like, I know kids talk that way. I know people talk that way. I used to talk that way when I was their age. But like, every time somebody was scared, somebody was emotional, somebody was mad, or just anything, if they got caught with anything, F. Something would happen. F. This would happen. F. I mean, it was just like, that's the only word they knew in this movie. And after about the 15th time, I was like, okay. I was like, let's wrap this up. I'm getting bored with it. And There was a little bit of humor in the film, which sometimes did work, and I will say I got a chuckle out of it. But overall, I'm not going to keep going on about the film because it will start getting into spoilers. I will say this: as far as my opinion, I would say don't waste your money and go to the theater. Wait till it comes on Shutter. Watch it on the Shutter app or whenever it does come to streaming. Do not go out and buy it. I don't recommend you to buy the film. Um, yeah, it's one of the films that I have no desire to ever watch again. Like I said, just as far as the plot was predictable, um, acting wasn't that great. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the dialogue I did not care for whatsoever. I will say, there was a couple of kill scenes that I thought was decent, but nothing that like will pop out and make me go, "Holy crap! How they do that?" I mean, nothing like that. Um, but yeah, overall, I would say skip this one. To be honest with you, uh, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but without getting into any spoilers, that's my review on this film. So if you've heard the hype about it, or if you haven't heard the hype, like I said, I feel like some people are going to dig it, some people are going to enjoy it. Like I said, there was some humor in it, but as far as it revolutionizing anything, as far as the slashers or the horror genre or anything like that, no, it's just another failed attempt. And like I said, hey, it is what it is. But that's my opinion on the movie. And my mom, she didn't even like it; she thought it was trash as well. So overall, skip this one. Wait till it's streaming. If your heart's set on watching it, wait till it's streaming. Don't spend the money. Okay, so that is my review of Clown in the Cornfield. Please let me know what you guys and gals think. If you have seen the film, leave it in the comment section. Please keep it clean. Let's just all get along. I mean, this is what we're here for. We're all film lovers, and I love to debate with people. I love to hear what you guys and gals think of my comments. If you don't care for my opinion and you think some way different, I love to hear your guys' thoughts. That's what it's just so cool that we can all agree that we all love films. But as always, remember, God bless each and every one of you, and until next time.